You're in the grocery aisle. Your kid grabs the brightest box on the shelf and you're thinking, it's just a snack. Then you flip it over and the ingredient list keeps going and going. Synthetic colors, natural flavors doing heavy lifting, additives you can't pronounce. This video is me standing with you in that moment, pulling the mask off 7 foods marketed directly to kids, explaining why the ingredients raise red flags in plain language, and giving you a better and best alternative each time. Bottom line, less panic, more control. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1, neon-colored breakfast cereals. You buy it because it feels like breakfast in a box. It's fast, it's cheap, and your kid actually eats it without a fight. But flip the box, and you're not looking at food first. You're looking at dyes, added sugar, and flavor systems designed to keep the bowl going, even when the grain itself tastes like nothing. Here's the truth about those colors. They're synthetic dyes made from petroleum-based chemicals, added so the cereal looks louder than it tastes. It's cartoon logic. Bright equals fun, so your brain stops asking if it's real food. Then the sugar hits early, and that spike can roll into a late morning crash you end up reading as attitude or focus problems. And here's the kicker. Refined grains plus sweet coating, then vitamins sprinkled on top like a trust me badge. Fortified isn't the same as nourished. Quick test. If it looks like a highlighter, treat it like dessert. Choose dye-free, lower sugar cereal or go oats or eggs with fruit. 2-step aisle rule, cap added sugar, skip artificial colors. Number 2, cartoon-themed fruit snacks. The package says fruit and your brain relaxes. You treat it like a tiny serving of produce that survives backpacks, car seats, and the bottom of a lunchbox. Here's the truth. Most of these are candy in a fruit costume, and the fruit is often juice concentrate, puree powder, or just enough to claim it on the front. Look at how they're built. You get a gelatin or starch base for the chew, sweeteners for the hit, acids for that fake fresh tang, then dyes to sell the flavor. That chew is the problem. Sticky sugar clings to teeth like glue on a mailbox, and dentists notice because it sits there, feeding plaque longer. And the label plays games. Made with real fruit can still mean sugar leads the list. Natural flavors can hide a lot of processing without telling you the source. Stop asking, is there fruit? Ask, is sugar first? Pack dried fruit or applesauce, plus something crunchy like nuts or cheese. Number 3, sugary yogurt tubes. Yogurt feels like a responsible choice. It's cold, it's dairy, it has probiotics on the box. You think you're winning, but the tube format often turns yogurt into dessert delivery. One tube can carry a huge dose of added sugar, enough that it can eat up most of what a kid should get in a day. And when sugar runs the show, you're not building a taste for real food. You're training sweet dairy as the default. Look at the support crew on the label. Thickeners keep it smooth after shipping and freezing, and preservatives help it sit longer. Carrageenan shows up a lot for texture, and animal studies have linked it to gut inflammation. Some sources also flag it as a clue for hidden MSG. The probiotic halo doesn't fix that. Not every strain survives processing or storage. Buy plain, add fruit or cinnamon. Portion big tubs into reusables and freeze. Number 4, chocolate-flavored milk drinks. They sell comfort. Milk plus chocolate. And it feels like nutrition with a treat built in, so you stop questioning it. But many bottled versions get sweetened like a soft drink wearing a dairy badge. And the serving size trick matters. One bottle can be labeled as 2 servings, yet still pack 48 grams of sugar total. Even half the bottle can land at 24 grams, while the recommended daily limit for kids is 12 grams. Companies can also round sugar numbers down, so your quick check can miss the real load. Here's the 2-hit combo: added sugar plus liquid format. Kids can drink it fast, so they take in a lot without feeling full. That's how just a drink turns into a daily habit tied to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and impaired cognitive function. Emulsifiers and thickeners keep it creamy. Carrageenan has controversy, and some people report stomach sensitivity. If it tastes like dessert, treat it like dessert. Offer it as a sometimes drink, not the default. Number 5, frosted toaster pastries. You buy them for mornings that feel like emergencies. Pop, toast, done. Your kid gets calories and you get out the door with one less argument. But look closer and you see why adults don't buy them for themselves. It's a refined flour base, sweet filling, frosting on top, and a lineup of additives picked for long shelf life. These are industrial pastries. They're engineered to survive packaging, shipping, and months in a pantry, so processing replaces freshness. The first ingredient is often enriched wheat flour, which means the grain gets stripped down, then a few nutrients get added back after the fact, while the texture stays ultra-refined. The fruit claim is also a trick. Research notes some fillings run about 10% real fruit, with the rest acting like a flavor system. The frosting is a sugar cap, and that can set up an energy spike and crash like a dropped phone call. Swap to a lower sugar pastry, or keep a panic breakfast list. Toast with nut butter, or yogurt with fruit. Number 6, bright blue sports drinks. They sell a fear dehydration. You see that electric color and you think power, recovery, safety? Like the drink itself is a piece of sports gear. But most kids aren't endurance athletes. For normal play, that bottle turns into extra sugar, extra sodium, and artificial dye with a performance story taped on top. Here's the exercise loophole. Sports drinks have a real job during long, hard activity, especially past an hour or in hot conditions. Pediatric and sports medicine guidance says water covers most kids most days. The blue is marketing, not medicine. Your brain tags it as strong, even when the body doesn't need it. Electrolytes are minerals like sodium and potassium, useful when you sweat a lot. Not a reason to sip sugar water on the couch, bathing teeth in acid and sugar. Match the drink to the workout. Water wins. Long practice? Water plus a pinch of salt and a splash of juice. Rule: tournaments or heat days only. Number 7, candy-coated granola bars. They feel like the compromise snack. Not candy, not chips. A smart bar you can toss in a backpack and forget about. But the candy-coated ones flip the deal. The shell, chips, and drizzle turn it into a candy bar with a grain sprinkle, and the wrapper leans on whole grain to make you drop your guard. Here's how they're engineered. Syrups glue the oats together, oils keep the bite soft, and coatings jack up sweetness so it hits fast. Whole grain on the front doesn't mean the base is truly whole or minimally processed, and some bars still lean on refined flour like enriched wheat flour. Result: you don't stay full, so you reach for another snack soon after. Check the ingredient list for sweetener stacking. Corn syrup, sugar, dextrose, juice concentrates. Same job, different outfits. Demand a bar that behaves like food. Nuts, oats, low added sugar, no candy shell. You don't buy these foods for you because you can feel the setup. They're engineered for kids with bright colors, big sweetness, and long shelf life, not real nutrition. Ultra-processed snacks are basically industrial formulas with a health story on the front and a long ingredient list on the back. So here's your action. Flip one label every trip. Skip artificial colors. Watch added sugar. Then choose the shortest ingredient list you can afford, even if it's not perfect. Protective rule: if you wouldn't eat it, don't serve it daily. Subscribe now and I'll show you what to avoid and what's actually safe.